Hi everyone, so I've been asked a question that quite often I've forgotten to get round to. This is one about how to calculate the correct size radiator for a room. Now the guy's been on to me and said especially worried about his bedrooms being warm enough, and how do I go about it? Well, it's quite easy because online you will find hundreds of these different room calculating, well, adder-uppers if you like. Well, they'll calculate what size BTU rad you should get. So let's just take a quick look at one of them. Here then's a typical example of one of them. Okay, you get all the things to calculate down here, and what's in the room, and select type of outside wall, etc, etc. Okay, there's hundreds of them, and they'll all give you the BTU requirement that you need for a rad. So you have your BTU requirement for your room, and you know what size radiator to get. So do have a look at other sites on the web. There's lots of these sizing charts for radiators, and you can make a decision which is about right for you. There's lots of interesting other variables that are put in there these days, so do have a look around. Now, one other thing I've been asked as well is, would I be better to undersize the rad and then I'd save more gas, wouldn't I? Well, actual fact, no you wouldn't. Okay, don't do that. Undersizing is a bad thing. It means the rad's forever trying to get up to the temperature you might like to get for that room, and it would be unachievable because the rad simply couldn't get there. Alright, so you actually burn more gas. Alright, what about going the other side then? We'll say, how about making it more BTUs? Now, this one I actually do myself. I have to be honest, I'm always oversized by about 10, maybe 15%. Simply give you that bit of heat in reserve. Remember, most of you are going to be using TRVs, that's thermostatic radiator valves, and with those you can always turn them down. So you don't have to have the thing flat out at number 5 and roast because it's 10-15% over. No, you adjust your thermostatic radiator valve down a bit and get it to the temperature you would like. But the thing is, when you get a really cold snap and you need that room to be a little bit warmer than the BTU rating that you've set it for, well, you've got a bit in reserve, haven't you? Because you oversized it by about 10-15%. And that means you've got that little bit there that you can step on and get that boost, like on a car, you know, when you can only do 70 miles an hour, but there's a lorry in front, you need to get by it. If only you could do another 10 miles an hour, you'd get by it. Well, this is kind of like that. You get up to your 70 miles an hour, woof, up to 80, and get past the car and then zoom it back down to 70. It's a bit like that in my book. And that's how I've always kind of looked at it with radiators. More is better than a little bit too less, alright? And getting in the middle, I know, should be dead right, and that's how it should be to save the maximum amount of money in your gas bill. But on those really cold snap days, believe me, we want a little bit more heat, don't we? And I think that's only right. We should have it available, shouldn't we? Next thing they'll be telling us we can't have bigger radiators. It'll be coming, I'm sure of it. We've got to save energy, so we're going to stop you. Something's going to happen. The way things are going, you know. But anyway, we'll get out of that one. I think I'll leave that one well alone. And 1984 comes to mind. Move on, and we'll catch you next time for the next video, whenever that might be. Shortly, I hope. Yeah, sometime next week. And I'll see you again then. Okay, all the best. Bye.